Hi guys, welcome or welcome back to another video. Thank you guys so much for clicking on this video. If it's your first video guys, if you're new here, you know what to do here guys. Hit that subscribe button, really helps out the channel. Hit that like button, it really helps out the video, and drop a comment. Feel free to share your thoughts, share your comments, share your opinion on the topic that I will be talking about in this video. Alright guys, I just wanted to get that out there. All the returning subscribers, welcome back guys. Thank you guys so much for clicking on another video, and thank you guys for always being here. Okay guys, now what are we going to be talking about today guys? We are going to be talking about Canada putting a cap on the amount of international students who can study in Canada. Now what do you guys think about this? Do you guys think this is a good decision? Do you guys think this is a bad decision? What are your thoughts? Drop it down in the comment section guys. Now if it is that you don't know what I'm talking about, now the Canada government has been floating around with the idea of putting a cap on the amount of international students who enter Canada next year, and the fact that because so many students are coming, it's causing housing to be increased drastically, right? So the amount of housing in Canada is not being developed or built as quickly as possible to match up with the amount of students that's coming in. And remember now, students are just one part of immigrants who are coming. So there's a host of other immigrants who are coming as well, but this one is particularly centered around international students, because the government is saying that in slowing down the flow of international students, inadvertently, it will cause a balancing out where housing will then become more affordable and more accessible. What do you guys think about that? Give you a second to drop a comment right there guys. Now, honestly speaking, I can see things from both perspectives. Now, if you don't know who I am, I came to Canada as an international student, right? So I know the value of being an international student in Canada. If there was a cap when I was applying to become a student in Canada, probably I would not have been here, and probably I would not have ended up becoming a permanent resident of Canada. Luckily, there was no cap. Now, this is something that seems to be imminent. If it is guys that you're thinking of studying in Canada, do not waste time. Jump at it. Put your application together as quickly as possible and start your application process, because you don't want to be in the percentage that is outside of the cap. Now, I don't know what it's gonna look like. I don't know what it's gonna shape up, and I don't even know what the amount is gonna be. But the point of the matter is, once there's a limit, it means that not everybody's gonna be able to get through, even with a good application, right? So no more procrastinating guys, no more procrastinating. Just put your application together as soon as possible, apply to school and submit. If you don't know how to submit your application, I've done tons of videos where I break down the process to you guys, so you guys can just go and follow one of those videos, and it will definitely give you guys a guideline as to how to go about your study permit application. Now, why is the government thinking of doing this? Now, Canada has been going through a housing crisis. Now, you guys have seen the TikToks, you guys have seen the reels, you guys have seen the video, people crying in their car, how Canada is such a terrible country. Oh, what am I doing here? No one should come to Canada because the country is burning down. You guys have seen all those videos. Now, what I would like to say is that, personally speaking, I don't think Canada is anywhere near as bad as persons are making it out to seem, or persons are making it out to be. But what I can admit is that Canada is not as affordable as what it was when I just came to Canada. And that is just a fact. That can be due to inflation, that can be due to COVID, that can be due to a number of different factors. Now, with that being said, housing is one of those areas that is being significantly affected. And one of the biggest blame for the housing crisis is immigrants. Sadly, that's what the main blame is. Because what persons are saying is that Canada is accepting more persons than what it can filter into society. So the housing development and housing accessibility is not keeping up to the influx of immigrants. So you have more people coming in than what is being catered for. Now, it is estimated that over 500,000 international students came into Canada in 2022. That's a lot of people. And so far this year, over or close to 300,000 international students has already made it in Canada for 2023. So within 2 years, that's almost an additional 1 million people coming into a society that already didn't have enough housing to cater for everyone. So from that perspective, the government is looking at the fact that if it is that they put a cap, a limit as to the amount of students who can come per year, then that will probably even out the scale a little bit. What do you guys think? And that is why I say I can see value. Now, for an international student or a prospective international student, this is the worst news that you want to hear. Worst news because you don't know if you're gonna be in that percentage that falls outside of the cap. You don't know. We don't know what the number is gonna be. We don't know what the grading system is gonna be like. All we know is that there's gonna be a cap, right? So my suggestion to anybody who is thinking of studying in Canada, don't delay. Do not delay, because we have a saying that says delay don't mean denied. But at the end of the day, you don't want your goal to take another 2 years. You don't want your goal to take another 3 years. We don't know how long it might take. So with that being said, guys, if it is that your goal is to study in Canada, start getting your documents together as quickly as possible. We don't know when this is going to take effect, but from what I'm hearing on the grapevine, what I've been seeing, what I've been reading, seems like something that is quite imminent, if not already out there, right? So please get your documents together as quickly as possible. Do your research, of course. Don't shortcut a thing, and start your application, right? Now, will this aid the Canadian society to become more balanced where it comes down to housing? Maybe not. We don't know, and I don't think the government know either. I think this is just something that they're doing to test the waters and to see what happens, right? Now, again, I can see value because even in Grand Prairie, housing has become so inaccessible. Before, of course, we do settlement services here where we find apartments for persons and stuff like that, and this year has been significantly tough. It's been really hard to find an apartment in Grand Prairie, and that's just because there's so many students, so many immigrants coming into the city, and because of that, all the apartment complexes are full. There's almost no available apartment, so that persons literally just have to take anything that's available, and that might not be what you like. I remember a couple just last year, we could have picked, choose and refuse which apartment complex to get somebody into, but now we're calling around, we're visiting, we're going there. There's almost no apartment available in a city like Grand Prairie that always has abundance. So with that being said, I cannot even imagine what the bigger cities are like. I cannot even imagine what the major metropolitan cities are like, the Vancouver, the Toronto, these places. I cannot even imagine it. So guys, if it is that you want to study in Canada, get at it. That would be my advice to you guys. Don't delay it anymore, because the cap is coming, right? And I want you guys just to comment and tell me, do you think this will fix Canada's problem to an extent, or do you think this is just blaming international students for a problem that is far bigger? What do you think? I don't know. As I said, I have seen where cities, many cities has invite international students in abundance and is not able to filter in the students adequately. Not enough housing, not enough jobs. There's so many things that needs to be in place to filter in the volume of persons that are coming. And I know that might sound horrible, but it makes no sense to migrate to a country and have nowhere to live. It makes no sense to migrate to a country and have no job. It makes no sense to migrate to a country and end up in a far worse position than what you would have been if you had remained in your country. Canada is a beautiful country, safe, clean, accessible, and still not at crisis level as what persons are making it out to be. However, it's getting tougher. It is getting tougher. I can admit that, I can say that, and I can promise you guys that probably the cap might make it better. Probably it will make no difference. I don't know. We just have to wait and see. If you have made it this far in the video, guys, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It really helps out the channel, guys. Let's see how fast we can get to 10,000 subscribers. Can't do it without you guys. Smash a like on the video. That does help YouTube to send the video out so that other persons can see. So if you like the video, guys, like the video. If you're here even for a couple seconds, like the video. If you're here for the entire duration, like the video. Make it a conversation. Drop it in the comment section. What do you guys think? Will the cap work? Will the cap not work? Are they scapegoating international students? What is it? Because we know that international students are seen as cash cows in a lot of cities, in a lot of colleges. International students bring a lot of financial resources to the Canadian society, because we know international students pay up to 4 times what a domestic student pay for tuition. So the government of Canada and the population of Canada benefits significantly from international students being here, tuition wise, job wise, labor market wise, and also just the flow of exchange of funds significantly. So is it that fixing one problem to create another problem? I don't know. We just have to wait and see. Alright guys, thank you guys so much for watching this video all the way to the end again, and see you guys in the next video. Peace out.